The year is 1343. A devastating war against creatures from another world has plunged humanity into an age of chaos, with dead spread in globally mankind prepares for what is touted by religious leaders as the downfall of all humans to the horrors of hell. Facing the terrifying beings, many great warriors fall to their doom. But all is not lost. Somewhere in the high peaks of the Himalayas, a secret organization of spellcasters has gathered to make a last stand against the forces of the abyss. There they all were, the spellcasters. One was their leader, called Master Odin. He was standing in front of his army. All his clothes were brown, just like his hood. And he said, "This is our only chance. This world is our home. Do not let it fall." And they waited, and there were hundreds of spellcasters with magical sticks and blades. Master Odin was looking at the mountain, all shaky and shuddery. Then, suddenly, it appeared. A portal. Loads of demons appeared, and the portal began magic spells filling the mountains. And there were hundreds of lights flashing. There was an awful yelling and crying. There was the noise of spellcasters being shoved into the air. But there were demons dying as well. And so it went on. The snow began to melt and became black. There was an awful yelling and crying, but then the spellcasters began to break through. The demon defenses. Master Odin shouted, "Yes, kill them all!" It was then a spellcaster called William was standing by the side of Master Odin. Odin said, "Come on, let's destroy these beasts." William said, "Wait, look." Then, suddenly, it appeared on its own, right in the middle of the portal, and another portal. It was huge. Everyone was looking at it. Then, it appeared. And it was the Demon Overlord. It was huge. Spellcasters were going down really hard and fast. Master Odin shouted, "No, we cannot go down like this." And he ran and ran with the other spellcasters shooting magic spells. But the Overlord turned to them and he said, Then the Overlord's huge hand slammed them to dead, and that includes Master Odin. William was standing by the side and he screamed, "No!" He had never seen anything quite so horrible. Suddenly, he took this little blue box out of his pocket and he took out something, and it was a magic plum. Then he puts it in his mouth. The Overlord's hand darted towards William, but he jumped over it, then onto the Overlord's hand, and he ran and ran over the huge arm. Meanwhile, the other spellcasters were fighting the other demons. Then William noticed the Overlord's other hand moving closer towards him, but he cast a really big spell, pushing it away, slam. Straight away, he jumped into the air in front of the Demon Overlord's face. Meanwhile, the other spellcasters were shooting magic at the huge creature really fast. William cast a special spell and he said, the demon overlord's body was split from his spirit and soul were banished from our dimension. His body was teleported far away in the world to a place under the ground. The other demons disappeared back into the abyss because of the overlord's banishment. Trouble was, William absorbed some of the demon essence, just like the two other surviving spellcasters, and it corrupted them over the years. Meanwhile, knowing that the force of the abyss would one day come back, William began to prepare. He made special magical artifacts and items, and he locked them away. And he made magical maps that would detect the artifacts no matter where they were, because not just anyone could open the chests. But one thing was sure. The world would face an even more horrible danger from the abyss one day. Kaboom, 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 kaboom. CaptainPlums